Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of December 20th. Now Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Cancer, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please try not to get scams. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all that said, let's see what we have here for you, Cancer. Now, just a small percentage of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you are somebody who regularly watches my content and if you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. So does tapping the like icon. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Let's make sure everything's in view and then we'll get right into it. I think that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the King of Wands. So really nice card to find here on the bottom. This King of Wands is all about getting fired up, getting passionate, being an inspiring person as well. Some people may, in this week, Cancer, really look up to you in your life here. This is the week of December 20th through the 26th. So we are looking at a traditional time of holidays for many people in the United States. And so if you're somebody here who celebrates Christmas or any other sort of holiday at this time, King of Wands can suggest that perhaps you are inspiring the people around you at this moment. You may be meeting with people you haven't seen in a long time, meeting up with relatives, families, anything like that. And yeah, I get that energy. This is also like the traditional entrepreneur in the tarot. Some of you may be considering a career move or something like that. But really, the King of Wands is the most passionate person in the room if you are, employed by someone. And so, your talent and your skills and your gifts really have really shine to people, whether or not you realize it. So yeah, definitely love that energy. But taking a look here, you have a really nice reading. Really, really, really nice reading. So right away in the middle, you have the Justice card. This is somebody who is looking at weighing options and decisions here, as you can see, balancing out, coming to a place of harmony. This is the energy of Libra as well, the Libra card. And so, yeah, all about balance. But this is one of the biggest cards of karma in the tarot. It says that the choices you've made up to this point are now sort of rendering out in real time. And with that, it says ultimately you will get the outcome you deserve. And for you, it looks like you have very good karma around you, especially with the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles below. Some of you have been spending time really putting in work in the material, as we have Page of Pentacles 4 and 2 all around it in a plus the 6 in a sort of diamond shape here, which is interesting. 6 of Swords, not Pentacles, which is interesting. And so I get the sense that some of you are making, I think a lot of you have a good karma, good energy around you at this time around material situations, and that could be different for everyone. It could mean relating to your job. It could also mean relating to investments or just your ability to, manage money, anything like that here coming in. So definitely like that energy. Now, in the past, you have all swords. You have the King of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. So the swords, all about communication, right? And quick, swift action as well. So some of you recently have communicated on an idea, and we'll start with this Ace of Swords this time instead of the top left corner. This Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. It's a new beginning, and it's a sort of triumph or victory or success or breakthrough in your life that leads to a new start or a new beginning. Aces are always a great sign in the tarot. And this one seems to be around, for you, the sword suit, so communications, endings. But really, I feel like these ending, you have like, the swords suit is like considered to be the most challenging suit in the tarot by many if you go and research tarot cards, it's considered to be one of the most challenging suits, if not the most. And you have the best swords cards to find, really, or at least some of them in this row. So for you, I feel like there's been very successful communication on an idea or on a goal of yours in the past. You have the Six of Swords, which is making a transition towards somewhere new, going through a rite of passage, going new places, seeing new people, making changes, maybe making a directional change here in your life. Some of you may be deciding to, maybe you're going self-employed, but if you're not going self-employed, some of you may be looking at, some of you are weighing an option on taking a new job elsewhere, something like this going on. Some of you may have communicated on your desire to get a job raise, as well as wages are rising in the United States, at least, and wages are really going up at this time. So some of you may have decided to communicate that recently. You have the King of Swords. This is a boss figure. Yeah, I feel like maybe if this is not you, with the two kings here, some of you may be communicating to your boss around something. This is also another card of Libra here, another card of divine law and order, things working out for you and yourself at this time. So yeah, definitely like to see that energy here. Kind of I'll get into it more as we go into this column, but you have this Two of Pentacles, this Justice card, and the Page of Pentacles. So we had all swords here. Now we have two pentacles with the Justice in between. So there's a decision here that you're weighing pretty heavily. There's a decision on your mind here with the Two of Pentacles. This is juggling or fluctuating wealth, changes in your financial situation, or anything like that at this moment. It can also mean, yeah, just changes. But I really get the sense that you're weighing, because you have that other symbolism here of the scale, weighing things, weighing options, weighing decisions, with the Justice card showing up. And so, yeah, I get the sense that some of you are really, really putting some energy into a big, it's almost like a path altering or a path changing decision here in the future. You have this Page of Pentacles as well. You may have an offer in your back pocket. It may have been that some of you have recently interviewed while also holding your job, or something like that with this Page of Pentacles. Some of you may have some other opportunity in your back pocket, whether it's a new job, it might be an investment or an idea to make money or generate income or something like that here with this Page of Pentacles in the lower row. And it can also just represent good news coming into your life. So, I would say don't get into analysis paralysis, because the swords here are all about swift communication, decisive action. And the problem sometimes with the Justice card, especially when combined with something like the Two of Pentacles, is you can get into like this analysis paralysis energy. So in the future, you have the Seven of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So you have this Seven of Wands here, which is a card of major competition around you. To me, I always like to say this suggests to me that you've been quite successful, because the card that comes before it is the Six of Wands. And so now people want what you have because you've been successful, right? And you can see these other wands. Presumably there are people behind the wands coming after this person. They're in a defensive stance here. They are standing strong in their convictions, knowing that what they're doing is not wrong. And for some of you, you have this idea. And what I would say to you is, don't let the fear of losing what you have, as you see this person holding on too tightly, prevent you from going after this idea, because at the end of all of this, there's some level of joy and celebration, happiness here, as you see the three friends or the three sisters dancing above the cups. All cups here overflowing, joy, celebration, good times happening, good times with others. And so you have a celebration here. You have a good situation, an emotional release of happiness coming into your life in the future. Don't let this fear of the unknown, or not sure, unsure of what's going to happen with your current situation, hold you back. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment to let me know what you think, maybe share this video with a friend. Also, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. Okay, see what we have here. Okay, so you have hope, Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. You also have Mary Magdalene. Teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. And you have Diana. Focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. So I definitely like to see that for you here. I think this Diana card is, to me, really jumping out in that there's this energy of you having an idea and connecting on it pretty strongly here in the past with these 3 swords, as well as all this other energy here of you like needing to keep moving forward. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here with Diana. Keep your focus. Keep your focus is what I feel like saying. You have, if you believe, ask for help from others, and perfect timing. This is all going to work out. Like I said, there's this happy ending here with the 3 of Cups in the future. So I do wonder if some of you may need to just recognize, I do wonder if some of you are overthinking. Again, swords, thinking, thoughts, communication, energy like that. Justice in the 2 of Pentacles here, weighing decisions, going back and forth over and over again, right? So I do wonder if some of you are overthinking something. There's going to be a situation here where there's perfect timing lining up. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We'll pull some additional cards to clarify. All right. So you have the Star, 4 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you have 2 really nice signs of healing here with the Star and the 4 of Pentacles. Did I say the 4 of Pentacles? I meant the 4 of Swords. If I did say that, my apologies. But this 4 of Swords is, you can see this person's resting. They're on the bed, and they're really healing from heartbreak here, as you see the 3 of Swords card on the banner above. But for me, I always just take it as a general sign to maybe take time to meditate, to recuperate your energy, to maybe, if you can, do something like a vacation, or just, rest at this time, whatever rest looks like to you. And I do see that coming in here in this week for many of you. Not only you, but for the collective is what I meant to say. And so, yeah, it does not surprise me to see that. You have the Star card as well. So this person is stepping in, healing waters of renewal. And for the Star, it's a really nice sign of injuries healing, things going well in the future for you. And also, this is the energy of hope and optimism for the future. It's also talking about a wish granted, a wish come true. So for you, there's this idea here that's coming through very strongly for me as this reader here. And so whatever this idea is, it looks like it could really work out if it's in alignment and you feel strongly about it. With this Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, it's almost telling me, like, be sure that you stay grounded though. Okay, ideas are great, but you have to communicate. You have to connect on the idea. Okay, it's one thing to have a great idea, it's another thing to see it through to the end, right? And the Queen of Pentacles would absolutely do that. Yeah, with the Knight of Swords, the Hierophant here, and the Fool. Okay, so if I'm just putting this together, justice being served in a career situation with the Hierophant coming in. I like to read the Hierophant as the place that you work, the organization that you're a part of, but it can also indicate conformity or non-conformity depending on what it is aspected with. For you, I get the sense that there is some level of loyalty or some level of commitment that you've made in the past that will pay off. Probably relating to a workplace if you work for someone. And I also feel like this is talking about just this idea of tradition as well. Like, this is a traditional time for a lot of people in the world the last few weeks of the year. And so I also get the sense that some of that's coming through. You have the Fool as well, which is a powerful new beginning in a new direction. The Fool talks about like leaping forward. You know, they're about to jump off the cliff there, not really knowing where they'll land or how they'll fall. And so it talks about not really getting attached to one specific outcome, but allowing the universe to handle the details for you. Knight of Swords is really just driving home this point that, you know, an idea is one thing, going for it and taking action is another, right? So that's what I see, and I see you doing that here with the Ace of Wands, the Lovers, and the Queen of Wands. So this Ace of Wands, personally my favorite card in the tarot. The Ace of Wands is all about big ideas. It's all about, like, if there was ever a card to start a business, it would be the Ace of Wands, especially with the Fool. If there's ever a combination to start something new, it would be the Fool and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands can suggest that things are going, like, this idea could be very good. You know, anything could change, timelines can change, but it looks pretty incredibly good for that. You have competition around the idea though, so I don't know if you've shared it with someone yet. I would say maybe be careful. You could also maybe thinking about the other competition around the idea, like, I don't know, maybe you're like starting a freelance graphic design company and you're recognizing that there's like competition from other people or something like that going on here. You have the Lovers, which is a card of weighing options, you know, really having a big decision to make in your life. This is definitely a big career move or a big life decision that you have here, and I would say be careful of overthinking. Queen of Wands, very similar to the Fool in that they kind of just go for it, right? They go for it. You also have counterparts here with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, so yeah, definitely like that energy. Some of you are going to walk away from a workplace or a situation here, and like I said, for some of you, this is an idea through self-employment or starting a business or doing something like that. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. All right. Okay, so you have bad health, poverty, pathway, thief, unexpected income, and wealthy man. Okay, so yeah, there's a massive opportunity being illuminated here for you in the future. Okay, right now you're dealing with something challenging, or in the past you've maybe dealt with something challenging. I actually think the worst is behind you with bad health and thief. It's interesting we get this bad health card with the Star and the Four of Swords. Healing from illness. Some of you may have had a family member or you have had an illness or something like that in the past that you've had to recently go through here. It looks like that looks good for you. Obviously not medical advice, but you also have this thief card here. Again, I feel like there's just competition around you at this time. Again, something that happens for successful people. You have the poverty card with the unexpected income. You know, some of you are just, be careful that you, again, going back to this idea, don't not go for it because you're worried about losing what you have. Okay, that's what I feel like saying. With Pathway and Wealthy Man, this is a like big opportunity that could be pretty successful for you if you follow through with it and if it's aligned. So I love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. Maybe share this video with a friend. Also check out my website, zanintuitive.com. I'll see you in the next one.